Okay, welcome to the channel, and today we will be talking about the TRN BT30, which was sent out to me by HiFiGO. They are not asking me to say or do anything other than my honest opinion, and they will be allowing me to keep these after my demo time with them. So, getting into it, these are kind of unique. These are a TWS, so wireless Bluetooth adapters for your IEMs, and they have basically you can purchase different adapters to go to different IEMs. Currently I only have the 2-pin version of this, and there's different versions to fit different 2-pin like widths and what have you. And so I'm actually rocking them right now, and I have them in each ear, and these things are pretty darn cool. So as you can see here, the wireless, I have my Mest, Unique Melody Mest on them right now currently, and surprisingly they work really well. I was using Qobuz via my phone, and I mean, I really don't have too much to complain about this for what it is. For being a Bluetooth, what have you, it's you just have a USB-C here on the front here that you charge them with. And so to kind of get an idea of what this looks like, you can pop them off. There's your IEM there, and then it has the TWS kind of little adapter that goes around your ear, and so this part right here is what pops off. And so that you can get replacement parts for this, not replacement, but adapters, so it can fit. This is a 2-pin, you can get MMCX and what have you as well, and that's just a quick little plop on, and then you have it. And then it has the little button for going forward, play, pause, that kind of thing. It also has a microphone, so you can use it to answer calls and all that kind of fun stuff. And then this just slots into the case that comes with it, which is also a charging case. So make sure I have it on the right side, and it just pops in right there, and then it will start charging. So kind of a cool little deal. And then you could put the extras up there, and it's a little portable travel case. So let's get into what's cool about this. Is just that it's just a way to utilize your more expensive or your more on-the-go IEMs to play around with and see, wirelessly. If you don't really like wires, then this would be a good option for you. Actually, I'm gonna do that real quick. And so one of the things that I was using this mostly with was my Mest, Unique Melody Mest, and just kind of as a upgraded version of my AirPod Pros that I use. So this was instantly it paired with my phone. As soon as I took it out of the case, I went onto my phone, went to settings, went to Bluetooth, clicked on the Bluetooth, and it popped up saying BTN30 on the little Bluetooth thing. Clicked on that, instantly paired. You hear it in the IEMs, the little voice comes over saying Bluetooth paired, and popped them in and off to the races. It was that easy. I was really impressed how easy it was to just pair them. So going into the sound of this, the sound is pretty good actually. It's pretty neutral-ish. It's got a punchiness and clean sound signature to it, but it is still Bluetooth, so you're gonna have some of that Bluetooth degradation to some level that you get with Bluetooth. I mean, that's the way it is. Let's see, the overall highs were good. The mids were just a very neutral sound, a neutral punchy sound, if that makes sense. With a little bit, the highs with my Mest were a little bit on the leaning towards bright, but not. I never had them like go over or anything like that. The let's see, the other thing with these as far as sound goes was they can be not the most powerful. The Mest were fine, but I definitely was starting to push them into the realm of the maximizing. I was pushing these into the realm of probably not enough power, if that makes sense. The Mest were fine once I got them up to full volume, what have you, but they definitely were kind of pushing the capabilities of these. Whereas something with a little less power hungriness or power requirements, it'd be fine. But that being said, anything that does have higher power requirements as an IEM, it'd probably be not the best and probably drain the batteries fast. And I was getting roughly about, I mean, I didn't really time it by any way, shape, or form, but I was getting probably, I'd say 6 hours, 6 to 7 maybe upwards of 8. Like I said, I wasn't really on it. I would plug it back in and charge it at the end of the day or whatever, but I never used it consistently for more than a couple hours, and it was fine. So while using them like throughout the day, while having them in, I'd take them out if I wasn't using them at any point in time, and I'd pop them back in here, pop the IEMs off, and I'd put them in here for charging. So I never really ran into like an issue where I ran out of power, but I was never in a situation or scenario where I would run out of power, or wouldn't, you know what I mean? So take that for what it is. But overall, I'm pretty impressed. I think for like a cool hike, or like if you wanted to walk around the city or go to a coffee shop and not have like a big bulky thing or wires coming down, and you wanted a little bit better audio quality than say like a AirPods or a TWS that you're used to, like anything of the normal TWS, I think this is a good option if you have the IEMs that will fit that power requirement. Because at the end of the day, it's not the most powerful thing. I mean, it's tiny, so I mean, it's not going to be pushing too much power, but IEMs, like, thankfully don't require too much power generally, so take that into account. And who is this for? I would say, I mean, honestly, anybody that has IEMs or is into IEMs, it's a pretty cool little product. And for the price, I think it's under $100, I believe. I could be wrong, but for the price, to get a total wireless that's this easy to set up and plug in and play, and then get the different adapters so you can use any IEM you have that you own, is pretty darn cool. Just as a cool product, I definitely recommend it to check out and try, especially if you're looking for a Bluetooth setup and you already have IEMs, or you want to dive into IEMs, and you can even go look at some of the cheaper IEMs to play around with. So who is this for? This is for people that are, getting into IEMs, or that they want to play around in the IEM world, or they just want something that's wireless, but they don't want like a AirPods quality, or they want something with a little more to their sound signature that they enjoy, but they also want to be wireless. This would be perfect for them. It's not going to be the perfect sound or anything like that, but in this scenario, I mean, it's Bluetooth, it's wireless, it's more about the convenience and more about the technology, and be able to go where you want to go and listen how you want to listen. And I think that's pretty darn cool. It's a cool technology. Is it perfect? I mean, I think it's one of the better Bluetooth solutions as far as TWS goes. So the fact that you can use your IEMs is by itself enough for me to give this recommendation. And the fact that it's easy to use, and it pairs instantly, and it sounds pretty darn good. It's more on the neutral side, but it still has that punchiness, and depending on the IEM, it kind of lets that IEM give you the flavor a little bit more. I'd say an easy recommendation for this thing. And you can experiment. You can go out and get a bunch of different IEMs that are on the cheaper side and kind of play around with that and find the signature that fits with this and not be too much out of the pocket, So yeah, I think this is a pretty cool little device, and on the go, ready to rock kind of thing. You could throw it in your bag, travel, what have you, and then you just use your phone and this, and you got yourself a pretty awesome little setup. And then if you had, multiple different IEMs, you could just take these, and get another case for them or something like that, and you got a pretty decent little travel companion set up that you can have different signatures and what have you. Granted, like I said, it's still Bluetooth, but usually when you're, like for me anyways, whenever I'm out and about, or I'm using something that would require Bluetooth, or out and about in this scenario, I'm not really listening or trying to listen my hardest, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to pull all the details out. I'm just wanting something that I can listen to and enjoy while out and about. So I think this thing does that, and it's a cool product. I think that's actually something I can recommend at the end of the day. It's a cool product, and I like it. I think it's cool that you can do all the different little adapters and get the IEMs you want on there as a TWS. So yeah, so with that, I'll let you all have the rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, middle of the night back. All right, cheers, and have a good one. Impressions and expressions.